not live.
It's not live.
So it's 6:05 roughly, I think. I'll call the meeting to order. Apologies, we are not live tonight. We are being recorded though. Just, I guess, some technical difficulties. Roll call, seeing everybody except for Councillor Daly here, and Councillor Daly sent regrets if she was sick. Declaration conflict of interest, if anyone has one, we can take that now. Seeing none. Addition, deletion, approval of the agenda. Seeing if there's any additions, deletions, I would look for a motion on that.
Pass it as is.
Motion by Councillor Bent, seconded. Councillor Sonny, second that motion. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor? Against? Motion carried. 5, approval of the minutes. We'll do a combination as we always do. Regular council meeting of March 6th, 2024, and committee of the whole meeting of March 27th, 2024. Looking for approval of those minutes in the motion. Deputy Mayor Ferguson, seconded by Councillor Thompson. All those in favor, or questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Against, seeing none, motion passed. No presentations tonight for council. Business arising from the minutes. Any? Seeing none. Department reports, if it's okay with council, tonight we're going to, we're fortunate tonight to have Chief Pollock here tonight to give fire report, his first time, so if everybody's okay with that, I'd like to jump up to that report, so Wayne can, Chief Pollock can.
Yeah, I appreciate that, because they do have a hockey game to go to.
And that's more important, our star athlete play,
Yeah.
so.
The last game was the coup tonight, so I don't know. Yeah. Anyhow, thanks very much for giving me the opportunity to give you a little update on what's going on, I guess, with the fire department for the month of March, I believe it is, so. Start off with the responses that we had in March. We had a motor vehicle collision at that bad intersection in La Pro. And having said that, we're looking to possibly try to add a yellow flashing light coming from Wetmore straight through to 175 to see if that might help the situation. And we're also proposing, I guess, that DTI maybe put speed bumps there. You know how they have them in the parking lot. The rumble strips were suggested earlier, but the rumble strips do create noise, and the people that live there that we talk to prefer not that, you know, they have a noise, I guess, the speed bump might be another option that will get somebody's attention that's acting or not paying attention or whatever. We also responded to a single vehicle rollover on Route 790. And we had a request for mutual aid from Eastern Charlotte for a structure fire out in Bonnie River. We were stood down on road to that. We didn't get there. And then we had a request again for mutual aid from Eastern Charlotte for a structure fire, which was at the McCain Blueberry Penfield, and which we did send one of our engines, the utility vehicle, and we had 11 firefighters from Musquat that went down to help support that all there. That totaled up to a total of 162 hours that was spent by the members on those responders. So that's what was sort of given by the members. Moving on to training, we had 4 of our regular in-house Monday night workshops. They were held and we're averaging somewhere in the vicinity of 35 firefighters per Monday night training session, which really is quite a thing to be proud of. A lot of departments don't even have 35 members, let alone that many showing up for training. So we're very fortunate in that. We had 6 of our members complete the medical first responder course in March. We had 6 members that took training on the operation of our new drone. We do have a new drone that we're getting trained on. We have 6 members that are going to be licensed to operate it, and we're hoping that will enhance, I guess, our operation, whether it be, somebody that's lost in the woods, this thing, it can go up at night and it can spot somebody, has the infrared on it. It also can be covered over a house fire and tell us where all the hot spots are in the house, so there's a lot of good features that drone can do for us. So members are, to say, getting trained on that. We spent 563 hours in training total. Then move on here to some general information. We had 2 new members join the fire department in March, and we had 2 of our members attended the meeting with the Coast Guard. We are a member of the Canadian Auxiliary Coast Guard, and 2 of our members attended their regular meeting. We had a couple of our members attend both the meetings with the Fundy and Royal Firefighters Association. We serviced and did the pump testing on all our engines, all 3 engines, which is something we have to do on a yearly basis. And our ladders were all tested in March, and once again, that's something that's required for us to do, is test our ladders yearly. Other thing we have, we had the CISM, Critical Incident Stress Management session that was held for some of our members that were involved in a couple of tragic events there. So we brought those people in. And hours that were given back to the community, whether it be helping flood the skating rink or the different things we do around the community, not fire related. I think it was 80 hours given to the community in March for that type of. That pretty much sums up, I guess, March. Open to any questions that you might have, or
Before we go to council, I do want to welcome your 2 new members. It's always great to see
yes, it is.
new members joining the department, and thank you.
I still gotta set the gear a little bit too.
Yeah, well, you've been trying since 1989, so I think we're gonna be a while yet. I'm comfortable in my own wheel.
Yeah.
So in saying that though, a couple things, I appreciate you coming tonight, first council meeting to give a report, we welcome that. And thank you not only to the 2 new members, but to you yourself as chief and to all the firefighters and, for the amount, like you said, the service even beyond what they do for fires and
Yeah.
all the other stuff, the things that you do. It's greatly appreciated, and we know that all too well this past winter with all the storms
Yeah.
we've been having, so we certainly appreciate the work that you all do, so.
Thank you.
Any questions from council?
See that that's passed on to the membership, George. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, we certainly, council appreciates it, for everything you do, and appreciate you being here. And so council,
Yeah, and I do have that. Thank you very much for being here, chief. Do you just have the one drone?
One drone, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I fairly expect that we'll probably get calls from RCMP and
Yeah.
other agencies to come and support them, with the drone or something. Remember last month there, the gentleman threw the ice out in the AV?
Mhm.
That's what found him, the drone. They had so gives you an idea of all the things that you sort of wonder what's a drone for, but when you start looking into what it can do, it's
Good
really
tool.
remarkable.
Yeah.
or how many departments, you said KV, but how many departments down here would have a drone?
I'm not aware of any others at the
Okay,
moment.
yeah,
that do.
so it's always great seeing Musquash and
Yeah.
now with Fundy Shores being the leader and some of that stuff, so.
We like to pioneer stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely makes us more proud. Any other questions? That's it, you're up.
Okay,
You're
well,
off the hook.
if I go to the hockey game, I'll be happy.
Congratulations to Drew, or,
Yeah.
for the hard work he's gonna do tonight.
Yeah, I am.
Maybe he can pull off a win for him.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but anyhow.
Well,
You never
come
know.
on, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
They bother me.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, night, everybody.
Night.
General government reports. Mayor's report, my report was attached with mostly my meetings. I think everybody got that. If there was any questions or anything on that. Seeing none, since that, the couple things in there, and I guess we can talk about it another time too, I just want to touch base on it. We did have some meetings during advocacy days, we did get to meet with Minister Savoy and our MLA Andrea Anderson Mason. And also Susan Holt, the Liberal Party today. So we'll have probably further discussions on that, but just to give you an idea that we did have some meetings with that, and they were all good meetings, and we're hopeful. We got to talk and praise up Fundy Shores and council and CAO, so that's always a good day. If there's no other questions, that's the report.
Just give me a second to grab the next one.
Oh, okay, you're gonna bring them all. And deputy mayor's report.
So my report's been uploaded, same as yours, it's just the meetings that I had during March, and I did note that I was away on business for a portion of the month. And then just a note at the end, taking the time to review and provide edits on the draft rural plan after the committee of the whole meeting last week. And can I report on the economic development committee at the same time? Yeah, we did not meet in month.
Okay,
And the next meeting probably won't occur until the draft plan goes out. Then we'll get to that.
any questions? Concerns, seeing none? Councilor Ben.
I spent mine reporting as well. So mostly it was meetings. I did attend the members of, people that own camps along West Branch, East Branch, and La Palma. Because DNR is putting some very stringent, things in place. And, some of the, community members aren't really, happy about them. One of them is they're not, allowing you to cut grass and stuff like in front of your, by the shore, which personally I feel is a fire hazard. We're just giving more fuel burn. So they are going to get a meeting with the deputy, we're hoping to. And the rest was just, pretty much normal meetings, other than the poverty seminar, which I thought was, very, well done, and, can give you some food for thought.
Do you want to do community development?
I did
or-
not have a community
Oh, okay.
development meeting, hoping to get one. I was hoping to hear from Heather Chase. I've spoken to her a couple of times, but I haven't gotten a reply back, so.
Okay.
One time.
Any questions or concerns for? Seeing none, Councilor Dealey's was submitted or?
I just tried to find it and I didn't see it, so I can't.
No problem, so we'll just skip over. If anybody does have any questions or concerns, just let us know, let me know. Councilor Sonia,
We submitted mine.
Okay.
The tourism information is there as well. The only thing I'd like to bring up now is that I did hear back from John Williamson's office. I believe I forwarded it to you and Linda on it. And as far as the gas rebates go for the rural rebate, we are not eligible. They had, because we are considered part of the municipality of St. John. And that's through the Statistics Canada is what they went on. They have contacted CRA, the minister at CRA and the minister at Finance Canada, and they are not willing to do anything for us. Now they're going after Stats Canada to see if they'll change the criteria. But the bottom line is we're not going to get that extra rebate. That's really all I have.
all right,
We did submit to Southwest Commission some promo information for tourism. They asked for the 5 top sites for seeing and doing here and for 4 or 5 hidden gems. So we did all that and gave it to Sherry at a couple of days ahead of time, so.
Any questions, concerns, Councilor Sullivan? Seeing none, Councilor Thompson.
I attended the PrAC committee meeting, the monthly PrAC meeting. I did submit my report for both my ward and PrAC. And was nothing dealt with through PrAC pertaining to Fundy shore system as well. As far as my ward meetings, I went to pretty much all the presentations, and I didn't have any calls or concerns this month from anybody from my ward as well.
And that was, well, practice submitted, so we don't go through a whole practice.
Yes, practice,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, perfect. All right, any questions or concerns for Councilor Thompson? Seeing none, CAO report to council. I see.
Yes, there is
See that? So we'll
I've been a
just,
bit too busy this month.
Dave's up for making a motion,
Thank you.
duly noted. So we'll just skip over that and just, 7B, planning and inspection, planning director's report.
Just give me a second and I'll pull it up. Meeting report on the. Spring tablets.
Okay, that's what.
That could have been better.
It's gonna be a great recording.
Oh, no, no.
I don't know what happened, but
You're fine.
yeah, because I seen Alex here, so I just didn't know what that.
Yeah, there, I'm
rural
sorry.
plan or for the whole.
I can
Right, he-
talk to the plant if you want.
it's right up on the screen.
Okay, yeah, no, that's great. We're gonna let Alex
All
go ahead.
Thank you. So yeah, we had the role playing discussion, so we did a change to the draft you had in your package for today. That was a change around the height limits in respective coastal areas. So the next part will be for council to consider setting a date for public hearing of projections. Asking for the written views of PrAC committee. And also with those, we would do the process of consulting with provincial departments. So there's a whole list of provincial departments that have consulted on the role plan. And we wait till essentially we have a draft that council is looking at. It's obviously not adopted and it still has to go through a public process and. But before we go out to the 20 or so departments of the province, we wait for this process, the legislative adoption to conform to that. Just in terms of development, there's 3 building development permits issued to date. Just over 170,000 in construction value. 5 subdivision applications with 7 new building lots have been added to Fundy Shores. There was no change in the report period, so that was from last month still. And 1 variance as well from previous month. In terms of enforcement, there's 27 enforcement files outstanding. Oh, sorry, 14 of those have been closed, so of the 27 files have been open, 14 have been closed. Looks like I wrote 13 there, but it was actually 14. And also with civic addressing, we've assigned 5 new civic addresses shorters since the start of the year. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Any questions on the report? Seeing none. So is that covering the one rural plan, the draft and report, or so is that everything?
I'm gonna be honest, Alex, not having had a chance to talk today about the rural plan and kind of how we wanted to proceed with that, just rather than him.
Okay.
So. How do we want to do that, Alex? No pressure.
Okay, so basically at this time, if council is okay with at least considering doing the legislative adoption process, doesn't mean you're ready to approve the bylaw. What it is to kick off the process to say that we have a draft that we've worked through, we've done our due diligence to think about major issues, it's not to say it's a perfect document yet. What you can do is you can initiate the legislative adoption by doing, essentially 2 motions. And the first motion is to, the council requests the written reviews of the plan review and adjustment committee on the bylaw, the proposed bylaw. And then second, that you set a date for a public hearing and objections. So literally you pick when you make that resolution, you say, let's just pick the next council meeting and hold it at 5:30. So it's a special meeting before your regular. And if you think you need more than half an hour, there's going to be, I think there'll be a lot of commentary, then I would give yourself, you might do it on a special night where you just meet to have a hearing of objections. And so that's the kind of conversation I guess you guys can have right now, like, because at any point you have a document that, you know, we've really workshopped with you guys, and it's based on community consultations of last year, and based on provincial requirements for rural plans, so it meets all those boxes, ticks all those boxes, and it's a very good document in my opinion. I was one of the authors, so that's it. But no, it's one of the most innovative, and it does things in this rural plan that other communities aren't doing yet, but will have to do eventually. So you guys be head of the game with this one. And I have the whole report there, kind of summarizing the high level, you know, what we did to get to a draft, and how it meets the statements of public interest regulation, which is that high level policy of the province that all rural plans must hit. And so this rural plan has had a preliminary review of the provincial planning department, and there was some excitement. They really liked the draft. So I think you guys have a good document. And so whenever council is ready, the recommendation would be to request the views of Pratt and to set the date for the public hearing. So before your first reading. So essentially, you do a first reading after you have a public hearing.
So I guess a couple things for the council. So one, could this be done? I know we had the conversation, but could it be done like at a committee of the whole coming in early, or as a special meeting? I just wanted to, like, how fast are we thinking? Because
What's
committee
the
of the whole,
advertisement period that we need to
Yeah,
follow for a public hearing?
So-
21 days?
21 days, yeah.
So this committee, of the whole, would not be plausible. If everybody doesn't mind, I can run and grab my calendar. Or do we want Harold tonight, I can list some dates and just forward it to council for consensus?
Are we thinking we're going to start at the next council meeting early to do that?
I don't think 30 minutes will be enough time to hear public objections.
I would.
Or input?
Or inputs, yes,
Yeah.
comments, concerns, questions.
Right,
I don't think 30 minutes.
So even
Fine.
starting an hour ahead of time, we want to set a separate date.
I think a separate date, that way the public will know that it's fully focused for that evening.
I feel comfortable with that, because I think sooner the public have more time for input, because I know we can safely be assured that there's gonna be some changes or alterations to it that the public may want. So I would sooner have more time so the public can come in and take that time to digest it, because it's a lot, so.
So at what point sorry, I'm speaking out of turn.
No,
At what point does the document become available to the public, and how? Just on our website?
Yeah, so as soon as you call that public hearing objections, and we have that date, what we'll do is create a notice, and it'll go on the Fundy Shores website, with all the information about how to participate, so they can participate through letters. They will need to have a copy with Linda, like a physical copy, that they can come to this office and inspect the document. They will also need to be a link, it's not required, but we would recommend you have a link in your notice where they can actually click on it and just view it from home on the computer. So that's kind of the way the documents are available for, and so they can, with the hearing objections, you're encouraged to write letters. Yeah, and it can be support, comments, questions, it doesn't have to be objectives. But you're encouraged to write letters to council as a citizen about your views of the bylaw before the hearing. But you can come to the hearing as a citizen to give views you haven't written a letter about. And so it's not a debate time for council, it's just a time for council to just hear and note all the views and just allow the questions to be responded to later by staff if there are.
So the 21 days, as soon as that 21 days starts, the document becomes stable.
Exactly.
And I was just thinking, it'll be a motion of council that has to set that, so I really should go get my calendar. So council can plan.
And I had a question. Alex, you mentioned the track.
Mhm.
When does it go to the track?
So as soon as you request the views, track has 30 days to give, they must give a view, if they don't, it's deemed to be in favor. And all PrAC is doing in this case is they're a second soundboard for council to have another body look at it. And to read it and to give a view back to, so it's like a technical advisory board type of thing.
Okay, so does the timing around when it goes public needs to be around the practice meeting as well?
No, there's no need to wait until the public meeting for to review, to be referred to PrAC.
Okay, so they can see it first.
They can see it first, yeah.
I know it's in the weeds, but what is workforce housing? Workforce housing.
Workforce housing, oh, in the rural planning.
Yeah.
So, I think that's one of the policies. So there's this idea, is that, there's housing that is, like market housing, so it can be very expensive homes to just, you know, homes that you get, if that's called up the builder and it's building a new home, that's what market housing is. Affordable housing tends to be housing that is subsidized in some fashion. Government contributes land and developer lowers the rents with some sort of deal like that, or there's CMHC involved providing financing, and they have a requirement certain percent are affordable, and they have metrics to say, in this market, what's affordable rent, so it's below what a market rent would go. So if you have workforce housing though, this is the idea that it's gonna be largely affordable, but it's also gonna be in mind for the idea that you need places for employees to live. So it's not for, say, not just like temporary foreign workers or anything like that, that's called like an encampment, that's not really what this is. Workforce housing could be housing where you might be getting new industry coming into the area, and there might be people who are coming here who won't have anywhere to live because there's just a huge influx of employees. So there could be, changes at major employers in the area that in the future will require some workforce housing provided. So workforce housing tends to be simpler, but it's simpler, and the idea of like providing quantity needed to make sure you can meet the labor needs. So having a policy where you're proactive about it, saying we're going to accommodate it where we can, that's what it's saying in the rural plan.
If I could just recommend a date that puts us a little more than 30 days out, because there is a few like grammatical and spelling things that need to be corrected. But also gives us more than 30 days to get it to PrAC and also start our advertisement phase. So I'm wondering about Wednesday, I almost said March, May 8th, that evening at 6 p.m.
I believe I'm away. That's May 8th and 9th for Susan Trent.
Yeah.
You're good?
I'm good. I think I'm good.
Alex, how's that gonna,
That works fine for you.
are you okay to miss that, or would you like us to adjust it, or?
I'm fine, it's already there for the numbers.
So this May is the time to call the public meeting or to have the.
The habit, that will be the public hearing of objections and questions and concerns,
Will that be just one meeting in the
Just-
evening?
just one. That way,
6 o'clock?
we'll say 6 to 8 to give lots of time for any inputs that people have.
Will that be here?
Yes.
Or will we use?
I'm thinking here will be big enough. Unless we get a lot of responses and people plan on attending, in which case we'll post the notice on the door that we've shifted buildings if we have to. So council will need to make a motion, just so you know, to request Pratt to give a written review of it, as well as to set the date for the public hearing.
So can I get that in a motion? Councilor Sonya's made the motion. Seconded by Councilor Thompson. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Did you ask a question?
I did.
Sorry.
There is none.
You remember.
Thank you.
My apologies.
Thanks.
Good thing you don't.
All the
have that.
accepted. I'll take them when I can get them.
You can finish doing the vote now.
All right. All those in favor? I think I did, but I'll.
It's done.
It's been a long day.
It's done.
We're all in favor, and there's no nay. For the record, just. So we're good with that then, everything's good, because I will also need to have a motion on the Lance's report. Good,
Is there a motion first?
I'm going to ask one, I just want to make sure we're all good on the three items within the planning inspection report, we're all good. Okay. Can I get a motion to accept Alex's report?
Give that.
Deputy Mayor Ferguson, seconded by Councilor Sonia. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Please pass, anybody against? No. All right. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it.
Might take off now, if that's all right.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything further. Okay.
All right, good night.
Yeah, thank you,
Thanks, Alex.
appreciate you coming, getting our report.
Hey,
Public safety,
That was it.
that was fire, so I'll just go over that. Economic development through synergy, the report has been given out. Everybody's had a chance to view the synergy report.
It was kind of exciting.
So,
It was kind of exciting to see some things starting.
yeah, and I must say synergy has been, yeah, a very good, we've got a lot of briefing notes through Ryan that, the meetings that we attended through advocacy days with Andrea, the MLA and Minister Savoy, came from synergy, so yeah, a lot of, synergy has been a big asset to us. So I will be looking for a motion to accept synergy's report.
I move we accept Sandra's review.
Seconded, Councilor Sonia. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Against, seeing none, reports passed. The standing committee reports have all been done. Recreation, Councilor Daly's not here. Public safety, we've had no meetings. I will say under public safety, we're pleased to the Voyant Alert, as on our social media, so I'd encourage everyone to sign up for the Voyant Alert through public, through Fundy Shores. I don't know, was there approximately how many we had, or, no?
Oh, how many people have registered?
Yeah.
We're around 60 right now.
60, so that's not bad for just launching it, so that's a good. Yeah,
And I'm scheduled to attend the Fundy Bus Club to help explain the app and start assisting people with registration if they need it.
so yeah, so encourage those that want to stay up to date on anything.
Yeah, just send her in.
Is it pertaining to?
No, I just want to know how I can be heard. I've got some concerns. Is there a special procedure for it?
There is, so you would have to submit, if you're making a presentation or speaking on behalf of something, to council in writing.
And how do I do that?
Yep, just in writing to Linda. So that way we can schedule it onto a meeting, because normally we don't.
I did send you an email about, and sent Heather an email about the meetings and a problem with the website, and I've not gotten a response.
Okay,
So what's the procedure?
so problem with the web, so we just send in a letter, an email to Linda Sullivan Brown, right? Or to any of us through our email.
That's why I sent it to you and you didn't respond.
I don't believe I got one from you.
It's on my telephone. I asked you to respond and you didn't.
To my mayor's one?
Yeah. Mhm.
So if you, I was gonna say we have a closed session tonight.
Yeah, no, I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, no, but I'll
I come
certainly
here,
check.
and I don't want to sit here and be in your way.
No, you're not in the way.
I just want to know how I can go about getting it done.
So that's the best way is to send the email, the letter, to council, and then council will schedule
An
you
email
in.
is good then?
Yeah, just a letter saying that
Okay,
you wanna come to council to speak on behalf of whatever it is that you would like to speak on.
okay,
And then we have a set time, so we don't usually allow, like, it's not a debate or coming in for like an hour or whatever, it's like 10 minutes or so.
I understand that, yeah.
Yeah, just so we can keep the quorum and things.
Yeah.
going. But yeah, no, you're more than welcome to submit and I will look, for your email because.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, no, it would surprise me that I didn't get back to you, so I get back to
Okay.
you now.
that's fair enough.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
you're
thank you for
certainly
your
more
time.
than, no, anytime.
All
We
right,
appreciate you coming out.
all right, thank you so much.
All right,
Bye.
yeah, so the point alert. You're gonna be, well recorded, you're gonna. Poor Harold. So that, yeah, so that was all I had for public safety was the point alert. Correspondence.
Do you want me to bring up that letter? From the
Sure. So we did receive a response from Minister Ames regarding the flooding on Route 790 down here by the Malcolm Road. And I think everybody had a chance to read it.
I'm just pulling it up so people online can pause it. And
Yeah.
read it if they want.
Yeah, you've got some just a slow.
And the next one is the fact of gas.
So did anybody have any questions, I guess, on?
This is public safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was on Minister Ames.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
sorry, that's okay. So this is back, no, this is back to, I guess, public safety. So this is from the Assistant Commander or Commissioner Deanna Hill of the RCMP. Everybody got that? Just, I guess, to put it all into a nutshell, that they're not responding or won't be responding to the increase in calls to gas stations for gas theft. That will be left out.
Should get a reduction for police.
Well, that would, yeah, that's a whole other topic.
Yes.
We actually had that conversation today in the meeting, so. But this would be more on the business side, but I don't know how it would affect. I guess that's a conversation for the businesses to have with,
The businesses are probably going to all go that the gas has to be paid for before you pump it.
well,
I mean, they're getting that way, eh?
that's what I think they're going to see,
Yeah.
but so. So this was kind of an interesting letter, but you know, nice to keep us up to date, I guess.
Mhm.
So that was also in for public safety. So the response from Minister Ames was for the road for the Route 790. Did anybody have any questions on that? That was the,
Keep that pulled back up.
yeah, just long as you have time, anybody want to answer? And as of right now, the pylons are still up down and there was somebody there today in the area keeping an eye on it, so.
Yeah, so basically all it boiled down to is they're monitoring until they have a plan.
Basically, yeah, and I think they've started the plan, but it's till the weather warms up and other stuff happens, they really can't.
So their plan is to do something with it. In the near
Yes.
future.
That's supposed to be. But we know.
It's not down the road in the
It's not
yet,
down, but like in December sometime, it's.
Oh, I just go by what the letter. We hope that they speed it, and that was in our original letters that we asked for it to be expedited is quicker than later.
Yeah, do they have contingency funds for such things?
I'm not sure how,
I just didn't know whether
transition funding is.
year is and so on.
Well, I think budget plays a role in it because he said that back in one of the letters was that, you know, it wasn't budgeted, so they had to. Which I understand, but at the end of the day, this is a main roadway for us and it has to be fixed.
There must be an emergency fund somewhere
Yeah.
to deal with the situation.
So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and see how it plays out in the next month or so, a few weeks, and hopefully it'll. Get fixed.
Did they mention that they would put a temporary roof place while they're fixing it, or?
So they haven't demonstrated they're that far down the road in their planning right now. I know they've had engineers and everything on site, so I'm
It's
not
just, my concern was, people responding to the fire hall. I know trucks can get out, it doesn't get out here, but people gotta get to the fire hall.
Oh, yeah, when it gets that, no, we'll definitely make sure that there's a contingency plan in place for that, because it is our main route. Because right now, that's why they got the pilot, because the road's compromised underneath on the sections, so they'll have to, and that would be my fear of. Continuous use on it is how much more compromised is that road gonna become with heavier trucks on it, so. Yeah, no, we're gonna keep an eye on it, and if another letter needs to be sent, it certainly will, we're gonna do a follow-up with DPI as well, so.
There's a meeting scheduled
Yeah.
with them. I have it written down, but I can't quite see it. I know there's one coming up in the next couple of weeks.
So no other comments for letters? No. Approval of payments, general government, the attached report. Everybody had a chance to review that? We'll be looking for a motion. Oh, let me slow down.
Got it. Pulled up real
Yeah.
quick.
Motion to accept the general government report. Deputy Mayor Ferguson. Seconded by Councilor Bent. Questions on the motion? All's in favor? Yes, seeing none, motion passed. Approval of payments for the sewage commission, Thompson subdivision. Again, reminder, these payments will be recouped following the reestablishment of the commission. And the amount will be $415.58. We'll need a motion on that. Councilor Bent made the motion, seconded by Councilor Deputy Mayor Ferguson. Questions on the motion?
Yes.
Steve, okay, I knew there was one, so.
We were complaining about the bookkeeping fees last year and they've gone up to $40 in their bookkeeping fees, like they bill once a year, don't they?
Twice. But then they deal with, I get monthly reports from them. That's how much is coming in and how much is coming. Well, mostly how much has come in.
Hmm.
And any outstanding arrears accounts.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make a comment.
I understand.
Yeah, we're all, I think, feeling the same thing.
Wanted it on record.
No, duly noted. Any other questions on the motion? All those in favor? Against, seeing none, motion carried. Approval of accounts for March 27th, 2024, the expense report that's attached.
It's small. With this, I'm just gonna scroll through it though, so the public can pause and see it.
And hopefully going forward, we're gonna get the technical issues
Sorted out.
sorted out, and then this will go a lot smoother and be up there.
What I'll probably do is end up switching to YouTube if we can't get Facebook figured out.
As long as everybody can see it. So we'll be looking for a motion to accept the March 27th, 2024 report.
I will accept March 27th, 2024 expense report.
Moved by Councilor Thompson, seconded by Councilor Bent. Questions on the motion?
I have a question.
Councilor John?
Pest control expenses,
Yes,
I want to explain why I've been dancing.
Good timing. This will make sense to people online now.
The spiders on the floor I've been killing and last night and tonight. And I don't know, maybe pest control doesn't cover that, but I just.
Usually they'll spray the
Yeah.
outside of the building or around the entrances and stuff, and I haven't, he was here last month and clearly we didn't have spiders then, so they're moving in.
That's why I was dancing.
Aw,
You're
we just thought that it was a
lucky
good
for some
dance, yeah, we're
Sarah.
gonna play music. Do we have to, you say we have to up the pest control budget? It's like, oh, duly noted, all those in favor of the motion, and Councilor Sonia's dancing? No? Against, seeing none, motion carried. New business, 12A. 2024 Disability Awareness Week proclamation, May 26th to June 1st, 2024. We had that sent in, and I do have a copy of the proclamation here. Council so chooses to make the proclamation for Disability Awareness Week. I will read it.
Sure.
Do you want a motion on that? Yeah, because we did the last one. So I'll need a motion from council to accept and make Disability Awareness Week, May 26th to June 1st, 2024 in the Fundy Shores. Moved by Councilor Sonia, seconded by
Second.
Deputy Mayor Ferguson. Questions on the motion? All those in favor? Against? Seeing none, I will read the proclamation out, because we did do the last one, just for the public. Proclamation, Disability Awareness Week, May 26th to June 1st, 2024. Embracing accessibility, inspiring change. Whereas the municipality of Fundy Shores is committed to assisting citizens with disabilities to participate fully in our community. And whereas many persons living with disabilities face barriers in the areas of employment, access to information, transportation, housing, education, recreation, and other disability-related supports. And whereas we believe that more citizens with disabilities should have the chance to assess disability-related supports to improve their opportunities in New Brunswick. And whereas we support the theme, embracing accessibility, inspiring change. Now therefore, be it known that I, Denny Cogswell, Mayor of Fundy Shores, do hereby request the citizens of Fundy Shores to join with our council in recognizing persons with disabilities and their role in our community by the observance of Disability Awareness Week, May 26th to June 1st, 2024. And we will have that signed with our seal on it. It's submitted to you. With a stamp of approval.
I just stopped sharing their screen because the rest of the materials don't have.
Oh, okay. And that was all approved. Policing bylaw, under new business.
That was a question I had in regards to what happened with the taxation. I didn't know if council was interested in establishing a bylaw to take over the responsibility of policing in Fundy Shores and that portion of the umbrella contract held by the provincial government. That way, the cost of policing can be equalized over the whole community and not have two separate rates related to that. But I wanted to bring that to council to get an opinion, or if there was any direction that they had for me on that.
When does that decision have to be made?
Not today, it would be something much like when the fire department was brought on
Right.
board, just something that we need to exercise before the end of the year for budgeting purposes. But I did want to just bring that forward for discussion. I do have a copy of the current umbrella contract and can share that with all council if they're interested.
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, we'll just make note of that then. All right. Saying that, I will need a motion to move to closed session if there's nothing further. Oh,
Would you mind reading the announcements and the next meetings? that, where we just open
Okay,
that
yeah.
one line again?
Yeah. So I'll skip to 14. Our next meetings are committee of the whole, here at the community building, April 17th at 6 P.M. Our regular council meeting here at the community building will be May 1st, 2024 at 6 P.M. And the following announcements is the smart meter information session here at the community building, April 9th at 6 P.M. There'll be a public presentation to go over smart meters. Earth Day contest, which is on our social media. Show us your Earth Day, submit a photo on our Facebook page under our poster in the contest to win a prize. Or excluded, I guess, mayor and council and staff. I was eager. Community access point. The community access point is, I can't talk, maybe I'm having a phone. It's not, right. Is now available for members to book appointments to use. So a reminder, if individuals need support to use the computer, please bring someone with you. We do have here at the community office, computer and printer set up for doctor's appointments or anything else that anybody needs to access a computer. D, employment services poll. The poll will be going live this week for 30 days to help understand what employment services are needed within Fundy Shores. Resume building, career advice, post-secondary support, GED support, etc. The department has already agreed to be on site to support the community. They just need to gauge what services to provide. So all of these also are on our social media for people to follow and get more information. So with that being said, I will looking for a motion to move to closed session. Oh, Councilor Sonia, seconded by
Yeah.
Councilor Thompson. All those in favor? I don't think any questions on it, but nobody against, and we're in closed session.